What's good, GoofTubers? It's your boy D, aka Moh'Fuggah, back again with some more Dead Zone / Shadowgun Legends action, because that's all I do. Shadowgun is life. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back for some more Dead Zone and Legends dose. I hope everybody's doing good, so let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Today, MFG did their third War Room stream, and man, oh man, I have to say this, that it's actually becoming one of my favorite things to watch on Thursdays. I'm actually, you know, becoming fan of this thing. I'm like more interested in listening to the people who are, you know, working directly on Shadowgun Legends and, you know, speaking on the stream rather than listen and learn more about Shadowgun Legends itself. You know what I mean? They are actually talking about Shadowgun Legends, but the things that they're talking about, I mean, what they have to go through and how are they, you know, coming up with things and all the kind of good stuff is more intriguing and is more interesting to me. You know what I mean? So that's why, that's what I meant with, like, I would like to hear more from those people and how are they, you know, working behind the scene to get shit done. But like I said, I'm actually, you know, digging these streams, man. Absolutely, you know, loving them. So I just hope that they keep bringing them, you know, till game releases and stuff like that, so we can learn more about the game and stuff like that. So like I said, today they did the third War Room stream, and in today's stream they basically showed us the characters, not the characters, but the villains that you're going to face in Shadowgun Legends. They brought in two guests today. First one was Mara, and the second one was Michael Boylan. He is actually one of the lead designer, if I'm not wrong, lead designer. He actually designed the characters and stuff like that. So he's one of the main men in there who's basically, you know, doing his part to make the game look that much better. So they brought both of them, and they basically, you know, asked them what's going on, how the game's gonna look, how you guys came up with the character, you know, concepts and stuff like that. So they basically talked about it, and it was freaking awesome. Absolutely loved it. They basically killed it. I mean, like, there's no word to, you know, there's no other word to, you know, describe it, because it was just awesome. Like, the things that they had to go through to basically, you know, fulfill or basically, you know, complete the game, or, you know, bring the game to life is just mind-boggling. So first they brought in Mara, and you know, they start asking Mara questions, and Mara just basically went into and told us that these are the enemies that we're going to face. They did not, you know, disclose the names of these enemies except for one of them, but he basically, you know, told us that there are going to be 6 enemies that we're going to face in Shadowgun Legends, and all of these 6 enemies that are going to have like a different variation to them. This is something that actually, you know, talked about in my previous video, in my last video as well, that once you level up, your enemy is also going to level up. You know, so you leveling up to level 10, your enemy is also gonna level up. So that's how they're gonna have like different variation. I mean, you're not gonna see them, you know, like physically change the, you know, their look, but they're gonna get a little stronger. They're possibly going to carry like a different type of weapon, more hardcore weapon, more, you know, a weapon which is going to do more damage and stuff like that. So your enemy is actually going to get stronger once you are getting stronger in game. So, you know, be prepared for that. As you guys can see on the screen, they're basically showing us the boss on the screen. He mentioned that some of the characters are going to be really annoying, especially this one. Because this character is actually going to be a sniper, you know, sort of a sniper, so he's going to make your life a little miserable and going to, you know, make it hard for you to kill him. So because I'm assuming that he's going to, you know, like engage in a gunfight, or, you know, try to shoot at you from a distance, so you are trying to going to, you know, have a hard time to basically find him and, you know, kill him. So there got to be a way. I mean, and you have to, you know, figure that out once you're playing it. I'm not sure what this character does. They didn't talk about it. This character looks more like a rat. You know what I mean? Just by the look of it, it looks like freaking rat, with little you know, rat ears and stuff like that. But yeah, interesting concept. Really, you know, liked it. So yeah, and then again, this is another character which you guys have basically, you've seen in the trailer. He's one of those characters who's basically going to shoot you from the distance as well, like mid to short range distance. Not going to be too far, but like he's going to engage in gunfight with you in mid to short range, and you know, go from there. So they basically showed us all 6 characters that you're going to face and their variations and how they're going to make your life miserable. Like every single character that they have in this game has a different ability. So like I said, one is sniper, one is going to shoot at you from short to mid range. Then other one, this one for example, he's actually going to be more upfront because he's going to be like a tank and who's going to suck up more damage, take more damage, and going to be a little hard for you to beat and stuff like that. So every single like enemy in this game that you're going to face is gonna have like a unique ability to them. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. So that's what Mara talked about. Basically told us that there are going to be 6 enemies that you guys are going to face in Shadowgun Legends in the beginning. Possibility is that they might just add some more enemies afterwards, but in the beginning there are only going to be 6 characters, and they're going to have like a different variations to them. They're possibly going to change their abilities and all the kind of good stuff, and have like more lethal weapons and stuff like that afterwards. So they're going to change that. Then Michael Boylan jumped on the stream and basically told us what he had to go through in order for come up with the concept art, and what he had to do to basically get the approval and stuff like that. So he basically had to follow the same regime and same process just like Radic did, and basically bring the best out of his imagination, think about crazy stuff that he could think of, pen down everything, send the concept art to the management, get the approval for it, then kept working on those concept arts to make them look even better. So a lot of hard work, a lot of brainstorming, a lot of things they take in consideration. I mean, you guys can look at the characters and you guys can easily tell that a lot of inspiration was drawn from some of the characters in some of the movies, like for example your predators, for example your aliens, because one of the character, except for example this one, he looks a lot like he looks mix of predators. He only has that dreadlocks resemblance, so he doesn't look a lot like Predator, but it does look very similar to the Predator. But then again, there are some other characters that you guys are going to see who basically look a lot like those alien characters in those alien movies and stuff like that. So they took a lot of inspirations from those movies, and they basically brainstorm and basically copied some of the concept art from those movies to basically come up with their own characters, and they look sick as fuck. They look very sick. I like them. Some of you may think that they basically copied them, but they did not. They just resemble those characters a little bit, and I understand the thought process behind it, because the enemies that we are going to face is basically like an alien race, so it makes sense to have like inspiration drawn from those characters, from Predator and the alien stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. It correlates perfectly, and I'm fine with it. No big fucking deal. So as you guys can see on the screen, again, the same characters that basically Mara talked about, just like a different variation to them. A lot of things that it's going to take place in game while you just trying to kill the bosses, or while you're going to be in the raid. One thing Mara actually mentioned about the raid, that completing the raid is not going to be easy. It is actually not going to be easy. Some of the raids he mentioned that are going to be very hard, and it's just not going to be easy for like the pro players as well. You're going to play it, you're going to go on a raid with your 4 or 5 friends, whatnot, and it's going to take you multiple tries to basically complete those raids. So raids are not going to be easy. Your regular story, your dungeon mode, or whatever the hell you call them, is going to be fun. You can easily do it by yourself, because it's just you doing it yourself. But when you're going on a raid, when there's more loot involved, and you're actually playing with like 4 of your friends, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a one tough battle. So definitely looking forward to it. I will see how hard the freaking raid can be. What is in that freaking raid that I cannot defeat? I'm just being a little cocky over here, but all in all, it was one fun stream. We got to learn freaking a lot about the characters. Again, I freaking respect these freaking legends, man. After watching these streams, especially like today's stream and like last War Room stream, I am actually convinced that this game is actually going to freaking sweep every single other game out there out of the building. I'm not even joking. Like, I usually don't, bet on something that I'm not, sure about, or have no clue if that person or if that thing is going to, win, whatnot. But after, listening to these legends, after listening to these people who basically, worked on like AAA games past, and they are actually working on, Shadowgun Legends now, I'm convinced 100% that this game is going to be a fucking epic, like a blockbuster. This game is going to break records, and I cannot freaking wait to play this freaking game and go from there. So this is the that little intro for Dread, I would say, that they just made it real quick. And one thing I really like about MFG, that they do not hesitate to bring the humor in the game. I freaking loved it when it says sex, no thank you. And regarding the blades, it says it's duranium based alloy blade, so seems like duranium is some sort of material that they get on some alien world or something I have no idea about. So this is the clip where Shadowgun is gonna do his thing, or try to do his thing, but then Dread is gonna jump in front of him and be like, "Surprise, motherfucker!" and gonna kill his ass by just shank him in the kidneys and stuff like that. I don't know if he shanked him or just I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm tired as fuck. But with that being said, that's basically it in this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely drop a comment, subscribe, share, like. Let me know what do you guys think about it. Let me know what do you guys think about the enemies that we're going to see in Shadowgun Legends. Did you like them? Dislike them? What else would you like to see? What other changes would you like to see in regards to the enemies in game in general? Did I talk about soft launch? They're actually going to do a soft launch. If I haven't talked about soft launch, then whatever the fuck, I'm going to talk about it anyways. They are planning to do a soft launch, but no clue how and when they're going to do it. Most probably in a month or so. That's just my assumption. But whenever they're ready to do it, they will announce that. And one more thing I wanted to mention, that is that the premium in Shadowgun Dead Zone is actually on sale. They cut the prices down to 50%. So if you're someone who likes premium, or buys premium, play with premium and stuff like that, definitely freaking get yourself some premium and do some premium action, But like I said, that's basically it in this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, you guys know the drill. I don't have to repeat myself. Comment, subscribe, share, like. Even though I said it, I still repeated it. Whatever the fuck, who really gives a shit? And I will see you guys next time. Peace, motherfuckers. Yeah. I like Dread. He looks like a kind of guy who basically hyped on a whole fucking jug of coffee, and he's just bouncing off the walls. He's like, "Come at me, motherfucker. I'm gonna show you how to use these freaking blades, bitch. Wolverine ain't nothing in front of me." I'm outie. Peace.